What's going on, everyone? Mac McClung. He is the trader that is heading over to the Golden State Warriors. I'm sorry, I mean player. No, Mac McClung. He actually got an offer to play with the Golden State Warriors in the Las Vegas Summer League, so he is making the switch to the Golden State Warriors. Now, he has had quite the journey so far in the NBA. He got a 10-day contract or two 10-day contracts with the Chicago Bulls. He also was on a two-way deal with the Lakers at one point and finished the season with the Lakers. And now he is heading to the Golden State Warriors for an opportunity to maybe earn a roster spot with the Golden State Warriors, right? The defending champions. They lost a handful of players this offseason, so it would be beneficial for them to add some more depth, add some more talent, get a young guy who he is still very young, 23 years old. He has shown some promise. He's definitely a guy that can be a scorer. He was the G League MVP. All of these things. So he's had some promise. There are a lot of concerns and things about his game. He's a little undersized, defensive liability, stuff along those lines. He's a little sporadic, has moments where he just gets a little carried away, doesn't allow the game to come to him. He doesn't allow, he doesn't take the best shots, make the best decisions, make the best choices, but he's still a young player that's still developing. And in the right system, he has the potential to shine and flourish, which the Golden State Warriors could be that system. I mean, look at what they do with some of these players and really bring them in. And he's a guy that can light it up in a hurry. I mean, he's had 17 points in one of the Summer League games this year for the Lakers. He did have a DNP. The final Summer League game for the Lakers against the Sacramento Kings. But he's a guy that has shown the ability to put the ball in the hoop, and that is always beneficial, especially in this league. He is a guy that I think in the Warriors organization, in the Warriors structure and system, he's a guy that I could see earning some minutes. You know, Steve Kerr is a guy that gives players, especially young players, opportunity, especially during an 82-game season. Now, is he a guy that can make an impact enough to, be in the rotation come playoff time and stuff like that? Probably not. He's more likely going to be a guy that they, kind of plug in minutes, maybe be like a little scoring spark off the bench, assuming he makes a roster spot. But that's the goal, and that's one of the reasons he's going to the Golden State Warriors and playing with them, is his hope is that the Warriors need more bodies, and if I play well enough and I show them some promise and I do the things that they are looking for, then I can earn a roster spot and, potentially play the duration of the season with the Golden State Warriors. I mean, we've seen them have success in this manner before, right? I mean, Gary Payton II, look at him. I mean, he was a guy that was very similar, guy that was on the Lakers at one point, a guy that was working his way through two-way deals and 10-day contracts and stuff, and finally found his place with the Golden State Warriors and then got a big deal with the Portland Trailblazers. So, it's a formula of success or for success, and it's something that Mac is hopefully trying to replicate with the Warriors. Now, what does this mean for the Lakers? Is this that much of a loss? I mean, from what we've seen with everyone else in Summer League, I really think that it's not. I don't think it's that impactful. I mean, would it be nice to have a guy that could put the ball in the hoop, and give us, 15 to 17 a game? Absolutely. Is he a guy that would have made the Lakers roster? I don't believe so. I just think that he's kind of the last thing the Lakers need. So why not go to an opportunity to where you actually can potentially make a roster, and I'd love to see his success. I really have enjoyed him as a player. I think he's a guy that, could be that sort of fire starter on the right team, be a guy that could come in and score in bunches. And so, I'm all for him making the transfer, being that trader, and going to the Golden State Warriors. And for the Lakers, I think that they are fine in the Summer League spot. I mean, you could make an argument that if Jay Huff played that final game against the Sacramento Kings, the Lakers would have finished 3-0, all right? And many might say, well, the Kings, they look dominant, they look this, that, and the other, but Jay Huff was arguably their best player throughout Summer League, arguably the most consistent player, and their best defender. I mean, the way that he was changing shots, defending at the rim, all of those things, he was an impactful player. Now, does that guarantee that they would have beaten the Kings? No, but it would have put them in a much better situation, a much better circumstance to actually win that game. And I think it's a real possibility that they could have gotten the job done. And he's shown just quite the display. And so I think that this gives other guys a real opportunity to shine more. I think that this gives, guys like Vito Brown and those kind of guys. And then, obviously our draft pick, Max Christie, he really struggled those 3 games, but it's 3 games. He's young. He's 19. They drafted him not to come in and be a superstar in the league. They didn't draft him to be Jordan year 1. They drafted him to develop him into a quality player, and we did see a lot of nice things with him. We've seen a lot of nice things with a lot of the guys on this Summer League roster. We kind of know what Mac is. We kind of know what to expect from Mac. And so I just think that the Lakers are okay and in a better position now that Mac's gone, because now you don't have the pressure of giving him some run time, giving him some burn. You can kind of let the other guys be evaluated better and give them some more opportunity. I definitely like the Lakers' chances heading into Las Vegas Summer League. I really think that, they could win. They could win the whole thing. I really do. I think that they are a solid team. They have the pieces, stuff like that. But there is a lot of stiff competition. I'm curious to see how much, like OKC plays some of their younger guys like Chet and things like that. You don't want to risk them getting hurt. So I could see them, maybe getting a game or two in Summer League. But the Lakers, they all have guys that want to compete, that need to compete, that are trying to earn a spot. So I definitely think it's a good spot for a lot of these guys to be in. But as always, this is a discussion, so I want to hear from you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. What do you think about Mac going to the Golden State Warriors? Do you think he has a real opportunity to earn a roster spot and make the roster and be a part of the team, maybe get some quality minutes? I will say one thing. If he does get a spot with the Golden State Warriors, he'll definitely play. Steve Kerr is very good about that, like letting some of the younger guys, letting some of the guys at the end of the bench get some burn, get some run in. It's kind of his philosophy in many ways, like you want these guys ready. How can I expect them to be ready if they never get burned, if they never get any playing time? So during the regular season, I do imagine if he makes the roster, he will get some of that playing time. He'll get some of that burn. Will he make an impact enough to actually be in the rotation come playoff time? We'll see. I'm rooting for him. Like I said, I'm definitely rooting for him. I'd love to see him, earn a spot on a roster and find some longevity in this league, It's always a feel-good story when stuff like that happens. But, what do you think? Do you think, he has a real shot? I could see him making the roster. Do you think, no, he's just he's undersized, he's that guard. He's going to be that guy that's just kind of like we'll call you up when we need you type thing. We've seen a lot of guys like that in the NBA. A lot of guys that have talent. They're very talented. They're very good, but they're not. They lack the things necessary to actually earn a full-time roster spot. And we see them get called up, called back down, things like that. I could see Mac kind of being that. But again, rooting for him. So let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. That being said, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot. Lets me know you enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, followed by the bell notification. Stay up to date with all things sports. Join this wonderful community and all of our discussions. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you.